ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, gentlemen, but you seem to have me confused with a character in a fictional show. Now, if you'll excuse me, my fondue is just about...
Welcome everybody to episode 13 of Dark Live Podcast. I'm your host, Live to Win, and as always, with me, Dark Fox 47. How's it going, Dark?
Hello. I am doing well. Just got done, literally, right now, just before you called me on, finished Lone Wolf, so I've completed Halo Reach.
Nice.
I mean, I'm going to play through it again, but...
Of course, why not?
It's currently the only Halo on the Master Chief Collection PC, so hopefully they'll be released about a month ago, so they probably should be getting another one or sometime soon. Probably Halo 1.
Yeah, my guess is they were gonna slowly just update it and keep getting more of the games in there in the collection. Is my guess. I got a few things to talk about. Some important, some not so much important. Games I played recently, I completed. Kind of already mentioned Metal Gear Solid. Everything that I said about it in the last podcast still holds water. It was still awesome to see the true ending, but it just couldn't match that Chapter 1 ending. Of course, I also completed GTA San Andreas. It was just a nice thing to go back to Blast from the Past, and of course, I'm working through Witcher. Did the Hearts of Stone DLC, and also did the main story, but I potentially still have probably another 70 hours plus, at least from what I see from this current DLC. I currently have 203 hours so far into the game, and I probably have another 70 plus. So, the DLC I'm working through now is Blood and Wine, and I could already tell right now, this is my favorite DLC I've ever seen, period. This is really good. So I'm really enjoying Witcher 3. And of course, that's kind of it with me with games I'm currently playing, so I don't know if Dark has any games or updates that he wants to talk about.
Well, like I was saying, playing Halo Reach, fun to be playing Halo again, and looking forward to playing PC, all the other ones once they finally come out. I guess I could always just play them on Xbox. I still have them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. But I've been doing off stream. Sometime I'll do it on stream. Play Slay the Spire. It's like a card builder, dungeon crawler game. Super fun. I've gotten fairly good at it. Still haven't beaten the last boss though, because they're a piece of shit. And I'm like in a position to beat the boss, but then I just get a bad hand dealt to me, and I'm like, well, I'm dead.
That just sucks.
Yeah. And then on stream, I've been playing Empire at War, the Fall of the Republic mod. That's been fun. I've gotten quite a few more people watching me than I anticipated, which is nice. Right. Am I better at it than Darkest Dungeon? Yes. I can say a solid yes.
All right. In terms of updates, I'm trying to go through all the stuff I have here. Where's that one I wanted to show? This game it kind of looks interesting to me, so I was gonna show it. I mean, this is like, I would call this like completely under the radar for me. This is, I believe the name is Corruption 2029. It's on Epic. I haven't played it, but it looks like XCOM. But what makes it different is it appears there's a stealth mechanic. So I just kind of thought that kind of looked interesting. So,
huh?
Yeah.
Oh wait, that looks. What was the game called again?
Corruption 2029.
Oh, that looks exactly like oh god, what was it? Mutant Year? That was free on Epic Game Store one day, and I got it. And I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's super fun. Yeah, like XCOM, but it has actual, like, you can stealth.
Mm-hmm.
Which you kind of need to stealth, or else you're going to end up in... You do, like... You got to be super sneaky and, like, stealth kill people. Like, you got to take out all the weak people so that you can just get the strong people alone.
Right.
Otherwise, you just got a million people coming at you.
But yeah, this is something interesting, and I haven't seen it, I haven't heard of it, and then all of a sudden I saw like a few streamers play it, and I'm like, it definitely looks interesting, and apparently it's, as I understand, it's on Epic, but they kind of don't really promote it on Epic, which is kind of sad, because to me, it just looks really interesting. It's a solid maybe for me. So I'm probably gonna look into playing that. But here's some of the gameplay for it. But yeah, I just kind of thought that was interesting. It's XCOM, but it has like a stealth mechanic to it. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Mm-hmm. So there's that. I also don't know if you want to see this trailer. It's for a new game. Do I already have that up here? Yeah, there it is. This is a new trailer. It's only 1 minute, so I don't mind playing this. The game is called Atomic Heart, and the devs are calling it the Russian BioShock is what I heard. And this game is like brand new, and so here it is. But yeah, there's that trailer. It looks interesting.
Yeah,
Just
that does look interesting.
just a new game I just kind of heard of. Thought somebody might like it. So I mean, again, another solid maybe for me. But yeah, that's a new trailer I kind of saw, and yeah, just kind of interesting. I got a bunch of stuff I'm just kind of going through here, so. Oh yeah, that's right. So for GTA 4 fans, Rockstar finally came out and released some information about the update that's going to be coming up for GTA 4, and it's both good and bad, I would say, in the end. I'm pulling up the Steam right now. Apparently, the update is going to start March 19, 2020. And basically, they're turning GTA 4, which is going to be GTA 4 the Standard Edition, and the episodes, Liberty City, the DLC that went with it, and they're just calling it the Complete Edition. It's going to be available on the Rockstar launcher as well. And, of course, no surprise, they're scrubbing out games for Windows Live. They're going to just completely get rid of that. The multiplayer mode is also going to be disabled. I didn't even know that there was leaderboards for the multiplayer, I'm assuming, and that's also going to be taken out. It's basically going to be a single-player campaign, basically. And, of course, I'm assuming they lost some more license to the music, so 3 radio stations are going down. So that's one of them, Vice City FM and R.E.M Jam FM. So that's no surprise there. They're constantly losing license for. All they just have to do is just update the license, but they're not willing to put in the money for it, so they're just dropping them. So no surprise. And of course, anyone that bought it on Steam, like myself, their copies are just going to get replaced with the Complete Edition. It looks like.
Oh, okay. Because I was asking about that when you mentioned it last time when you said they took it off the store, and I was wondering what happened to people who, with the Steam store and stuff, and I was wondering what happened to people who, like, don't have that or like had it and have now lost it.
Well, that's kind of what's going on, and I don't know when the official update's going to go into play, but they said they have here starting March 19 next month, so I'm going to be happy for that, because now I could finally save a game without having to worry about Windows Live. It is a little sad to hear that they ain't gonna be continuing the multiplayer for it, but I'm sure there's gonna be a mod community that's gonna easily get that up and running, surely. But yeah, that's kind of what I have there for GTA 4. It's an old game, but I still like to have fun with it from time to time. It's one of my games. This, again, it's just another interesting thing that I kind of came across. So I'm just gonna go ahead, unless okay, I don't have it. That's fine.
Oh. Whoa.
We're all good here. Professional.
Professional.
Cut it out.
There you go.
Cut it out.
Just another interesting game that I kind of came across. Normally, when you hear of BRs, you think, oh, it's going to be, what military shooter is it now? How about a MMO RPG BR? That's a new thing, apparently.
How would that even work?
It's like, people were saying that it's like WoW or like Dynasty Warrior, but it's BR. It's so weird. I'm playing it right now on stream, and it just looks different. Like it's basically BR but melee. So it's kind of interesting. As far as I know, it's up on Steam, but it's in closed beta right now. No word if it's gonna be paid or free. That's still in the air. I haven't heard anything about that. It's like pretty much brand new. I'm gonna bring it up, but I'm just backing out here for a little second to get the name. The name of this new game is called Hunter's Arena Legends. That's the name of this game, and I don't know. It just looks interesting because it's a BR, but it's melee, and you don't parachute down. You actually just have you're just in an area, and you have gates open, and you just run out. That's essentially how they start the game, and it's just kind of interesting that BR is kind of going into new directions, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they hold up. But I just thought I might bring that out. Maybe this would be someone's cup of tea, or anyway. But yeah, it's again just another interesting game.
I'm trying to figure out how the hell RPG works into it.
Well, I mean, that's just kind of like the classified genre. I think it more has to do with the inventory and healing potions.
Oh,
I think that's where the RPG element comes in. But basically, I just don't know what to call this. But that's like the vibes you get out of it. But anyway.
I do agree, Jingo. It does look smitey.
But yeah, that's a new game that I kind of came across. Just looks different, and I think that was
sounds like it's different.
Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of like the look of the map right there. So, and it works exactly like a regular BR. Got a circle, closes in, all that stuff. And I think for the most part that might be it that I have. Oh yeah, this is not much. It's just something that I didn't know about until recently. I ended up I actually came across this scene, but I guess I wasn't paying too much to the dialogue, so it kind of went over my head. But upon playing Witcher 3, apparently they actually have kind of a vague reference to Cyberpunk 2077. I just kind of thought that was interesting. And there's even a video out that takes the dialogue and shows images of Cyberpunk. And then, of course, someone else took that same thing and basically spliced it over. Instead of Cyberpunk, they just took Star Wars and just went with that. And I thought that was kind of funny. So now there's kind of like a theory going around that Siri might make a cameo in Cyberpunk. And since I've been liking Witcher 3, I thought that was kind of awesome. But yeah, I kind of meant to bring that up earlier. And then I don't know what the hell this is.
That's always a good sign.
I just kind of thought it was interesting to try and predict trends, but this is... I just never seen of this, I never heard of this, and all of a sudden, a friend of mine just kind of sent me it and had me take a look at it. I never heard of this, and I'm assuming my friend never heard of it either. There's anime streamers now, and I just thought this clip was just so adorable. She actually just starts singing We Will Rock You. I'm actually gonna play the audio here. I just thought that ending was a little funny. Yay! But yeah, there's...
Super weird.
Honestly, I'm actually more impressed with the mechanics to it, because I think it's hooked up to a webcam, and it's capturing your face, because you kind of like... She's kind of like swaying to the music and stuff, so I'm assuming that's like webcam related. I just don't know if it's... I just don't know who's behind the animation, so to speak. I don't know if that's a woman or a dude, but I just never seen it. I never heard of it, and I just kind of thought this was interesting, and I kind of don't know what to make of it. But apparently it's kind of a new thing. I just never seen it. I never heard of it, and my friend was thinking, "Oh, this is going to become a trend on Twitch," and probably right. So it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of interesting. I just never seen this before. So
yeah, it's something. I'm not sure what it is, but it is something.
But yeah, this just kind of came up just simply because I just never seen it, and when they said that this is going to become a thing on Twitch, I believe it. I just don't know the software to it. I don't know. I don't even know the names of some of these casters, but apparently it's been going around on like a alternative Twitch or YouTube site, and it got very popular, and it's kind of now creeping into YouTube, and well, going with the trend, it's probably going to end up on Twitch someday. But I just never seen it, heard of it, but I thought maybe I don't know what I'm doing, or out of the loop, so to speak. So, but yeah, that's a thing.
So it is. I just have no words.
All I just know is that would have been perfect if I had JoJo on and showed him that. Oh man.
You'd be like, dude, what the fuck? That's so cool.
Probably.
Oh man.
Probably.
We don't need JoJo here. We can just use some of his stock Stock
Stock
sayings all
sound
the
bites.
time.
Yeah.
Stock. Yeah, we could probably do this podcast just using JoJo's stock sound bites, and no one would tell the difference.
That I would believe that. I would believe that.
Might be a little challenging, but I think we could
Oh
pull it
god,
off.
yeah. It's probably gonna have its own set of challenges, but for sure. And that's pretty much all I kind of have in terms of news, updates, so on and so forth. But yeah, just kind of some interesting games, and my friend somewhat has a prediction that I think might come true. Anyway. Anything you wanted to add or bring up on your end?
I'm just I don't know. I can't think of anything. Nothing that's caught my attention.
Yeah.
No. No new games that really caught my attention, or the internet stuff. No.
Yeah, kind of the same. I actually not even sure like what's the next game I know that is coming out that I'm like looking forward to. I know there's Cyberpunk, but like I don't know like it seems like there would be a game before then. It just feels like. And of course, anyone that's a fan of Cyberpunk, of course got pushed to September. So we gotta wait even longer, and I'm all for it as long as it's they want to do the game right and make sure that they fix all the bugs for it, if there is any. Yeah, I'm happy for it. It's just I just hope that CD Projekt Red is confident that it's going to be good enough for launch, so to speak. Yeah, so I guess since that's kind of it, I kind of been thinking about like just different stuff of like to kind of do for the podcast, just and basically I kind of just been I kind of had this in mind for a while. I just never got around to actually using it in the podcast, but basically there was just something it's kind of been a while since this kind of happened, and I think Jinko was there, Lolly, and Dead. Me and Dead, we were playing Borderlands 2, and I had something weird just really weird happen. I kind of had like a routine of just waking up, firing up my PCs, and of course, at the time, Dead was like the first one to like contact me, and we ended up doing Borderlands. And in the middle of it, I forget when this was. It could have been probably the summer or fall, spring of last year. I was just in Discord with everyone. Me and Dead were just playing Borderlands, having fun, and I hear a knock at my door. And all of a sudden, of course, it was so faint, I almost didn't even hear it. But I said, all right, I gotta be right back. I gotta go see what this is. I'm thinking it's just like, I don't know, something mild if like I need the car or something like that. Turns out it's my mom, and she says something along the lines of, the car hood has been up all night, and I had to get a battery, and do you know where the tools are? And when I heard that, I just immediately just like, the car hood was up all night? What the fuck? So, I mean, I just never heard of this or seen this, and I'm thinking the worst. I'm thinking the tires are like missing. I'm thinking there's like just a chassis and just what used to be a steering wheel. And I go out, and sure enough, the car hood is up. and nothing's missing, but the battery is. And apparently my mom went out, she got the battery. She kind of borrows my car from time to time. And I'm like, I'm putting the battery in, and the whole time I'm like, there's no way in hell this is gonna fucking work. Why am I doing this? The car hood was up all night. So I'm putting the battery on the whole time, like, Dead's, like, playing Borderlands without me, so I had to do it. So I'm putting the battery on, and I'm just thinking, there's no way in hell this car is gonna start. So I put the battery in, I'm sitting there, I turn the key, I'm thinking, there's no way this is gonna turn over. The fucking thing turns over, and at that moment, who the fuck steals a car battery? Who? What the hell? Like, some asshole was in my car and they said, you know what, bro? I could steal the car, but I'm more gangster than that. I'm gonna steal the fucking car battery.
Maybe they just needed a new battery. Maybe their car stalled. And they were like, oh, look, I don't need jumper cables when I could just take a new battery.
So I just thought that was like the weirdest fucking thing I ever seen or heard of. And I've been robbed before, but this is like beyond. There's just no point, and just I have to laugh at this. This is just so freaking weird. If I remember correctly, I think Jinko was there. I think Wally was. And I think it was Dead. I think it was just the four of us in Discord. And I brought that up, and that was just the weirdest thing. It happened sometime last year, I remember. And I don't know. I guess part of the reason why I'm bringing it up is, like, you ever have anything stolen from you that was so fucking weird? Basically, try and beat fucking car battery. Oh, man.
I can't. I don't think anything's ever been stolen from me. Not that I'm aware of.
Well, that's kind of a thing that just kind of happened, and I just don't know what to make of it. It's just so weird. I just never had anything like that before.
That is definitely a unique situation.
The fucker has to live close, because car batteries weigh a fucking ton. There's no... Unless he had, like, a fucking ride, like, right next to him, and it's like, well, go ahead and load it in and get the hell out of here.
I need to replace his car battery.
Anyway, that's...
just...
Imagine
if he really did need to replace his car battery, and he just left a dead car battery in your car.
Nope, there was no dead battery. It was just... My battery was missing, and I thought there was going to be, like, cables missing and a whole bunch of other shit, and no, it was just missing car battery. So...
Knew what he wanted. Or she. You shouldn't just assume genders.
And apparently,
I think a woman would be smarter.
I think my mom said that there was, like, some scuff marks around the glove box, so there's possible theory they tried to get in the glove box, but there's nothing there. But fucking car battery. I got some weird fucking crackheads in my part of town or something. I don't know. How much can you get off a car battery? Like, what, $8? If that?
I think you can actually get a couple hundred.
I kind of doubt that. A used car battery?
You'd be surprised how much, like, people steal hubcaps. And those are worth quite a dime.
Yeah, like,
Not
since
like
the
a literal
freaking,
dime,
like, 80s or something?
I think a car battery's probably good. I'm not going to Google up how much does a car battery go for. I don't want to get flagged.
Yeah, that's definitely something that would seem like weird if you try and search it for sure.
Yeah. How much does a car battery sell for on the black market?
I don't think it would be black market. I just think it would be like a
Ceases is tracking
recycling
your
center.
movements. Oh, lovely.
Be like a
Maybe.
recycling center, or I don't know.
I feel like you'd get just like, I don't know, this. Who would buy that? Like the people at like a chop shop, maybe. Well, no, the chop shop takes the cars apart and sell it to other people. So whoever buys the parts from a chop shop, I guess.
Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I think my car battery was somewhere in the neighborhood of, I'm probably gonna say maybe 80 or 110. I think was
Yeah.
mine.
Typical car battery costs between $50 and $120. Yep, so those would be worth. I mean,
it would at least be half that.
I mean at least $50 for it.
But anyway, that's just like the weirdest freaking story I ever heard, and I'm pretty sure I've been robbed before, but that's the one that takes the cake. And it just happened recently, somewhat, and I've been thinking about bringing it up on stream, or I may have brought it up on my stream, but I forget if I did. But I thought I would bring it up on the podcast. Just, this is the weirdest fucking thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what to make of it. It's just weird. So, sadly, yeah, I really don't think I got any more stuff. So this is probably going to be a quick day, I suppose. I guess we could, unless there's anything that you want to bring up.
No, nothing that really tacks on to what we were just discussing, or
Mhm.
you were just discussing.
Yeah, I guess this would be like one of the quickest streams we ever did, so I guess we could cut into the break, I suppose. I think I have to show this just simply because I've been playing the hell out of it ever since it kind of happened recently. I just have to play this clip because I just thought this was the funniest freaking thing I ever seen. I'm gonna play the full clip.
Almost posted all my clip links into my announcement Discord.
All right. Here's my first clip. This is just so funny.
Bro, do you know how to play this game? Do you know how to play this game? You're talking to the Gwent Master. Okay, if he doesn't have a Scorch, we're good. If he doesn't have a Scorch, we're good. We already won the first game. He's got 6 cards. Six cards of trash! That's what he's got. 6 cards of trash! See, I know what I'm doing! Back off! I know what I'm doing! Don't tell me I know what I'm doing! Okay? Bro! How long have I did this before, okay? This is not my first rodeo. I've been down this road. I've been down this road, bro. I've been down this road. I know how to play Gwent, okay? Okay? I'm not no newbie, okay? I played this game. You see? I'm the Grand Master. I'm the Grand Master.
Around here, it's wine, and more wine.
Dark secrets.
I'm toxic as fuck, bro.
Yeah, I just keep cracking up every single time when I play that.
You really are into your Gwent. I think it's time for the surprise part of podcast where we sit Liv down and we try and talk him through his Gwent addiction. We're holding an intervention right now. Shut the fuck up and sit down. That's how interventions go, right? You tell them to shut the fuck up and sit down. Then you tie him to the chair, right?
But I've been playing that clip every so often, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. I just thought that was just so funny. Oh man, I love Witcher. I love playing Gwent, but it's so good. All right. Now just to clarify, you did complete the.
Look at Jinko. Yeah, Jinko. Yeah, there we go. That's intervention talk. There we go. Someone knows how to do this. I'm just gonna strap him to a chair and hit him with a wet noodle.
Nice. But just to clarify, you did play through Jedi Fallen Order, and you did complete it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is a clip from Jedi Fallen Order from a streamer.
No. A streamer?
Cal Kestis.
This bitch.
Unpredictable. Oh, yes. I know your name, your past, and most importantly, about Cordova.
What do you know?
Tell me, where did he hide the holocron?
Straight up your ass.
Outstanding.
I just thought the timing of the lightsaber was just so beautiful.
Yeah. God, the Second Sister was such a great enemy. Probably one of my favorite enemies in the Star Wars game. She was a great villain. That was great. The guy just adding his own commentary.
Yep.
On top of it.
Yeah, I just thought that was so funny. That was from Sheriff Eli, for those that are wondering. This is another one from Sheriff Eli. Probably not as funny, but I just thought it was kind of funny, the idea of, like, if you're in a haunted house and you hear this. Wait, I need to double check, make sure that I have. Yeah. So, like, you're in a haunted house and you hear this.
See what I do? You have your claim, and I have mine. See, I just reach my straw all the way over and drink your milkshake. I drink your milkshake. See what
I don't want someone drinking my fucking milkshake.
There Will Be Blood? Is that the name of the movie? I don't remember. I remember a related story. In grade 11 for the, I guess, AV class, you could call it, I was in. We had to do, like, reenact scenes from a movie. And I think it's There Will Be Blood is the name of the movie. Because I totally just... my friend had watched the movie who I was doing the project with. I didn't watch the movie at all, and I just did the... I was like, yeah, let's do that. I didn't watch the movie. I haven't watched the movie. Probably won't watch the movie. But I did that whole project. Like, I just watched the clips of what... it was like, here's the clips of what I want to do. And I'm like, great, I can go off those. Yeah, I'll drink your milkshakes from that movie. And then he bashes the guy's head in.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing your clips so that way I can get ready for them. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and play the next one here. Of course, gotta play Kit Boga because He's great.
Naturally.
All right, full screen, audio. All right, we're good.
I'm not Karen, I'm Susan.
Right. Sorry about that.
Now, tell me, sir, do you have any Walmart store?
There's just this lady that I used to work with who's
Content.
super annoying named Karen, and for some reason it reminded me of her.
I don't care about fucking Karen.
Excuse me?
I don't know who the lady is.
Karen, you can't talk like that on a professional call. Holy
really?
smokes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay,
Karen.
tell me, do you know a...
Yeah, sorry, I kind of had the AFK screen up. I'll play it again. One more. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not Karen, I'm Susan.
Right. Sorry about that.
Now, tell me, sir, do you have any Walmart store?
There's just this lady that I used to work with who's
Content.
super annoying named Karen, and for some reason it reminded me of her.
I don't care about fucking Karen.
Excuse
I don't know who the lady is.
Karen, you can't talk like that on a professional call. Holy
really?
smokes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay,
Karen.
tell me, do you know a...
I just thought that was a little funny.
Yeah. Did you? I can't remember when it was. It was when you were doing your stream. So you'll probably know when it was. When you were doing your Gwent stream, when you went for freaking 7 hours playing Gwent.
9.
Kit was 9 hours. I'm sorry. Kit was that one. He was talking to a scammer, and this scammer was like, I just saw sort of like in the middle of it, but like he was getting recruited by the guy. Like he didn't know he was like a scammer. I think like he was doing some stuff to them, and he thought he was a hacker. So he starts like pitching stuff, and he's sending all this like scam information to him. And Kit's just like keeping him on the phone, and he's like, "Holy shit!" They've just been. He's got like people with him that do like calls and stuff for if they do get information from scammers, that they can warn them or try and help in some way, I guess. And he's like, "Well, this guy's like he's going off about whatever," and it's like really dumb, and like you swear he's just fucking with them, but everything he sent over was legit. And he's just like, well, he's just playing along with it, trying to. So I don't know what's gonna go on with that sort of thing, but there's this guy who thinks that Kit Boga's, well, he doesn't know he's Kit Boga, but thinks that Kit's going to help him with his scamming in some way, and he's just sending him all this information that he's handing over to like the authorities and that. So it was a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, that's definitely one to where I think I want to check that out, because I do know there was a time to where he was pretending, and I think he did this multiple times, pretending to be a scammer. But he would do that just to kind of scare the other scammers, and you could tell, like, when they're really scared is when they don't say a word. They just shut up and just let, basically, Kit's, like, having a conversation with himself, but they don't know that, because he's, using two separate voices. Because, like, his stand-in scammer, like, that he does, I'm pretty sure is the Daniel character he kind of does, and it's basically him in his own voice. But that's the only time to where I heard to where like he was like being a scammer, but that was like in a way to, oh god, I think that one of the funniest ones I think I've seen to where he did that is, again, having a conversation with himself, and I think he pinned a scammer to tell like how the scam is done, and they didn't change a thing, and he's like trying to basically convince that like you're just basically having to do the same thing. And like I think he was going with his Edna character, and he ended up like like she thought she hung up with Daniel, but he still somehow ends up on the line, and she's like surprised, like, I thought I hung up on you. And then of course the scammer's like, you need to hang up on him right now. And the funniest bit is I think he ended up doing a sing-off between himself and the scammer, and that was hilarious. Okay, if you win, I'll give you $100 just to leave me alone. I'll give you, and of course, him as Daniel was like, sure, I'll take 100. And then the other guy, you could hear him, make it 500. He, like, it's already out that they're scammers, but the character that is supposed to be scammed is like just saying, okay, fine. How much to just let you guys just get off my phone? And it's like, so I remember seeing that, and I just thought that was hilarious. But I never heard it to where they actually thought he was a scammer and like they could get tips. That sounds like,
yeah,
that definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I just caught it like in the middle of it, and
right.
It's just, it's ludicrous listening to this guy talk. It's just like, if, like, I don't think even Kit would believe that this guy was being legit if he wasn't sending the information over and he verified, like, this is real shit and this is actually recent. It's like, friggin' guy says we're gonna rule the world together. What?
Who opens a line like that? Like, you're gonna
rule
he
says it's like in the middle somewhere. He's like, oh, we're gonna rule the world together. It's like, excuse me?
That almost sounds just as ludicrous as I've been getting this in my chat, and I seen it on one of my YouTube videos. Of course, I banned them all the time, but it was like a link to buy subs and stuff like that, and it starts off with, "Do you want to become famous?" That just got me every single freaking time. Do you want to become famous? Yeah. Do I want to get banned off of Twitch because I'm purchasing viewers and stuff? And it's like, it's ridiculous.
Why would you buy subs? Here's the thing.
That's the other thing. Like, you can just buy your own freaking subs. I could give subs.
Give subs to viewers.
Yeah. Streamers do that all the time.
Followers. You just need followers, and you just gift it. Don't gift it to random people who follow you. Like, it's completely legit.
Yeah. It's weird, but I just thought that opening line, "You'll become famous," and it's like, not really if you're purchasing it. Anyway. This is my last and final clip here. Alright.
Last and final.
At least for me, anyway.
Oh.
You also did run a red light.
Oh God! Oh Jesus God! Oh! Oh! Oh!
I mean, I wasn't driving. This is on you, dude. This is on you. I was looking at my phone. Nah, hell no. They're gonna blame the black guy.
Ron, get it.
This just in, an African-American police officer struck a white news anchor and is now fleeing the scene northbound.
Priceless. Oh no, they're gonna blame the black guy. Ron, get him. A hit and run accident just fled the scene.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's...
no, I'm not staying around for that. Oh, that was great.
Everything about that was just beautiful. The light tap
the falling down. The other police officer, you even see him. Oh!
Yeah.
And then the one black guy shows up. Oh, God, they're going to blame me. Oh, it's so beautiful. I like Silent Sentry. Okay, now I think I grabbed all of yours. Let me double check, make sure that I got them all. Yeah, I got them. Right, so this is number 1. Alright, got audio, picture. Right.
Please don't do this, I'm
Rachel,
allergic to
shoot
painkillers.
Shoot her, Rachel!
Please, I'm allergic to painkillers, don't do
Why
this.
Is she shooting her, Rachel?
Please, Rachel, I've had a very bad day.
Shoot her, Rachel!
You can't imagine the day I've had, Rachel, please.
Rachel, shoot her!
Hey.
Shoot her, Rachel!
Please don't. Rachel,
Rachel,
please.
shoot her, I'm gonna shoot you!
Rachel,
shoot her,
please.
Rachel, or I'm gonna shoot you! Shoot her! Oh my God! Oh my God! You're ready to help me collect those bodies!
Please don't
Rachel,
do this, I'm allergic to painkillers.
Shoot her, Rachel!
Please, I'm allergic to painkillers, don't do
Why
this.
Are you shooting her, Rachel?
Oh, that's
Please,
a good
Rachel,
one.
I've had a very...
Yeah, it's so great. Freaking, just that's Nikita's character Rachel, who was her criminal character, but Nikita's not really great at playing a crim character, so she never really went anywhere. Just like the like I don't want to do this, and then when she finally does, just miss hit.
Making a perfect
That was
outline
great.
around the wall behind. Yeah.
This is a Valentine's Day one. The chick. This is from like Taro's perspective, who plays Dr. Ducksworth. Because that was like the best perspective for this, and then that's the girl there's Penny. That's Nikita's nerd character.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thing. I think when I did the explosion, like setup, I was trying to pick like the best angles for it because I had like multiple angles anyway.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
You actually had like 12 at one point up there at one time. Yeah, probably.
You could have all this and more if you're just gonna be my Valentine.
Yeah, I think that would.
Get it? Do you get it? Because more. Oh. More is my last name.
Oh my God. What is going?
Oh my God.
So what do you say?
Oh my God. No. No.
Wait, you are?
Oh, honey. Hey, Frank.
How's it going?
Come here. Look.
Oh man, he was trying so hard to not break character.
Yeah, and then it went on a slew of sending that to everyone. It's like, hey, come check this out, and just everyone immediately broke. It was just silence from anyone. Just like, oh, just broke everyone who saw it.
Oh man. Alright. Here's the next one.
Yeah. And this next one is a little bit after that. This is Ducksworth's fiance, and she's a little crazy when Penny is flirting with Ducky, because he's her man. And this is, mind you, this is before she finds out about the Valentine. Just keep that in mind.
Alright. Alright, so here we go. 1, 2, 3.
She's probably still out there. No, hang on, I'll check. I'll check. I'll just check real quick. I'm just gonna check. I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
Stalker Lydia, put the bat away.
I'm just checking.
Okay, I think it's my turn.
I'm just checking.
You like what you
Hey, Trumpetine! I swear to God.
Please calm down, Doctora.
I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna murder her.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm gonna kill her so bad.
Good night.
I'm gonna kill her so bad. I'm gonna murder her face off. And then I'm gonna put a different person's face on her face.
Jesus, lady.
It's your turn next time, Dr. Leon.
I can't do it. My arms don't work.
Oh, don't let her go.
Breathe.
She's still there?
No.
She's still dancing in front of him? Oh. She's probably still out there.
Oh, that is good.
Hang on, I'll check.
I like that.
I'll check.
Yeah, Ducky needed to put her in handcuffs in in one of the back rooms in the hospital before he showed her the the Valentine. Just like, let's just put these on before I show you this.
Oh, that is so good. Right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, audio. Sorry. 1 second. 1 second. Audio. I'll do this.
What?
Redo it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, now we're good. Alright.
I was just going to say that there is somebody here that is looking for you.
Wait, what? Who? Do you know who?
No. I don't know who they are. But I know that they were speaking. It is not anybody that I know of, but they said that they are looking for you, and it did not seem that they had good intentions.
Fuck.
I would just be weary.
I appreciate the heads up, Norman. Could be anyone. Even him.
No, I don't think it was him.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Alright. have a good time.
Let me know if you need anything.
Thank you.
I was just going to say that there is somebody here.
Yeah, that's a clip I took
you.
myself because I was like, that's a funny moment. I'm gonna clip that.
Nice.
Could be anyone, even him. I don't think it's him. Yeah, you're right. 20 minutes later, that guy gets gunned down in the grape fields out there.
Alright, I think this is the last clip we have here.
Alright.
Making sure that I got audio. Alright, everything looks good.
Good, thank
We
you.
perform
Just
my
secured
own
all the gifts.
circumcision.
What?
Heck yeah.
What?
Oh,
I said I just secured all the gifts.
Oh,
Jesus.
fuck.
You got this. You got this.
You got this. Come on.
No balls, no balls, no balls.
Yeah, do it.
On to the one, Leslie, let's go.
Pull it longer.
All right, are we ready?
Hey,
I'm ready.
Yeah, man, go ahead. Chop it like, you know.
Cut that shit. You won't.
Don't miss. One quick try.
Do you have antibiotics or anything?
Shit. I think we need a medic.
It's better to cut more than,
right,
you know, little.
Yo, my
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, ain't never gonna
Yeah, very good, thank
We
you.
perform
Just
my
secured all
own
the gifts.
circumcision.
What?
Heck yeah.
What?
Yeah, so
Secured all the gifts.
how that plays out, it's maybe if it's not entirely clear. He didn't exactly know why it's exactly what a circumcision was, so he just cut off his own dick there. Yeah, it was very awkward for the EMS to respond to the call. Sponsored by NordVPN. Yeah. Well,
Nice
that was
sponsor.
Nikita's. Use code Nikita for I don't remember. It's something 75% off and 3 extra months. Boom. I don't know.
Oh, those were good clips. Alright. So basically, I actually came across this thing on Twitter, kinda. Someone was just saying, like, there's like multiple different generations of video games, and so you got like the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. Of course, there's also Xbox as well. And basically the question was, what do you think has the best collaboration of games for the generation? And which, out of all of those, what would you say is your favorite? And I just kind of saw that question and I thought that was kind of unique. So I thought I'll probably kind of steal it and use it here. And when I started thinking about it, I probably would have to say PlayStation 2. It has, at least in my opinion, that generation just has like a bunch of really good games, in my opinion. I really like Scarface, The World Is Yours, Godfather, the video game, and of course GTA is one of my classic favorites of all time. Also, one of the games that actually got me onto PlayStation was Siphon Filter. And Siphon Filter Omega Strain was released on PlayStation 2, and that's... I still haven't... I streamed it, and I still haven't completed it. One of these days I need to go back and actually do that. And I just thought that was, like, a really good generation of, like, a good, like, foundation of, like, a bunch of games. Like, even though I really love Red Dead Redemption, even though it's kind of not part of the game, kind of, but it also kind of is Red Dead Revolver is also a game I could think of that released on PlayStation 2, and there's this, and I think there is, like, even lore in Red Dead Redemption. I think if you go to certain camps, you might actually hear about stories that kind of like reference Red. Red's the character you play in Red Dead Revolver, so I just kind of thought that PlayStation 2, I think, has like a really good like foundation of like different games, and a lot of my favorites are, I think, from that genre, and I just really liked it, and I just kind of thought, what would you say has, like, because I will say, like, PlayStation 4 probably has the best polish, but I think a good foundation of, like, a lot of my favorite titles kind of came from PlayStation 2, in my opinion. I was just kind of curious, what would you say?
What would I say? Well, it's not really much to think about in this, because I guess I'd have to go with the original Xbox, because that was the golden age of Star Wars games. That's where literally I'm trying to think how many Star Wars games were actually on the 360, and I don't think there were a lot. Like I don't think The Force Unleashed 2, and that's all I can think of. It was the original Xbox where most Star Wars games were. So I'd have to go with the original Xbox for that. Also, the beginnings of Halo with Halo 1 and Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's also good. But yeah, just for that fact. Now I'm curious. Yeah, I think really Force Unleashed 2 was the only one I can think of that was for 360. Maybe Battlefront 1, the reboot. Battlefront 1, but other than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like other games at least that I could think of that I really liked in PlayStation 2. Oh god. Yeah, one of my favorite it's dated, but there's something about it I still kind of like. Conflict Desert Storm was an old game that I used to play years ago. I really liked that one. It was like a 4-person local co-op you could do. You could also do it solo as well, but you still control 4 different people. They could if you don't, you control one at a time, but you could like they would be bots if you switch characters and stuff, and that was a game I did also really like back then. God, I really can't think of too many others that like really stood out. Yeah, for me, I think those are probably the bigger ones that I could think of is Scarface, Godfather, and then of course the GTAs and Siphon Filter are the main ones I could think of. But anyway, but yeah, that's a question I kind of came across on Twitter, and I just kind of thought it was kind of like an interesting train of thought. Just what had like the most games that you kind of like really enjoyed the most, and even though there are games in like PlayStation 3 and 4 that I do kind of like, I probably spent the most time probably in PlayStation 3 with Max Payne 3, but for me it just seemed like PlayStation 2 just had like a good foundation of like titles that would go on to become like a big series, a franchise, so to speak. And so I just kind of thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, and then I am kind of curious if they would ever bring back The Godfather, because it never was really bad. It's just part 2 was just kind of, it was just so short. It was a good game. A lot of the core mechanics was kind of like there to like make it work, but it's just they were kind of banking on online to be a thing, and online was just starting to become a thing, and the fact that they were kind of hoping that that would take off just kind of, yeah, they games were becoming a thing on PlayStation 3, but I just never really took The Godfather as like an online game. To me, that was always like a single player experience. I always enjoyed, because I like seeing the movies and stuff, and I really loved how they were trying to like mimic scenes from the movie, and I just kind of thought that was like and you could see your character in the background in some of them, and I just kind of thought that was like really really cool and really awesome, and it's a game that I would like to see come back, but under EA's watch I don't see it happening, sadly. But
yeah. Oh fuck, would you look at that? I was just looking up. Apparently the golden age of Star Wars games was between 2001 and 2006 is when they released all the games that I love. All of them. Including Empire at War. 2006. That game is 14 years old. Holy crap. Yeah, only Force Unleashed released on 360, and then Force Unleashed 2, and then Star Wars The Clone Wars Republic Heroes. And then maybe some of the Lego Star Wars games. 2. God, Republic Heroes. I played 20 minutes of that game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just garbage. I couldn't. Like, I love Star Wars, but I just couldn't. I didn't make it through the tutorial. That's how not great it was.
Wait, you couldn't get past the tutorial because it was that bad?
It was just not good at all.
Wow. That kind of says a lot to the game if you can't even get past the tutorial because it's so bad. I'm assuming is it the control mechanics or
It's just everything. Just everything. The mechanics, the story, it was just everything rubbed me the wrong way. Everything just it was just a train wreck.
Yeah, that really sucks when you see a game you think you're gonna like it and then it just really just is something better.
Oh yeah, there we go. Star Wars: The Clone Wars Republic Heroes scored generally negative reviews. With IGN gave it a 4.8 out of 10, stating in his review saying, "The first thing you'll notice is that pretty much regardless of which system you play on, it looks rather terrible." And then he goes on to say, another 5 seconds after you notice how bad it looks, you realize the game's performance elements are unresponsive and oftentimes frustrating. He closes the review by saying, unless you or your kids want to play as a Jedi or clone troopers just for the sake of doing so, then there's really nothing here that'll keep anyone, young or old, interested for very long.
Wow.
And it scored a 46% on Metacritic. Yeah, I concur with that review. Ugh. just everything was bad about that game.
I don't know why, but for some reason, just hearing it got like a 4 out of 5 or a 4 out of 10.
4.8. 4.8 out of 10.
That seems a little high for a game that is terrible.
I think I'd give it I think at most I'd give it a 4. But then again, I only played 20 minutes of it. Actually, how much did I play? Let me actually look. Star Wars. I played 19 minutes. Well, it says my playtime on Steam was 19 minutes, so less than 19 minutes I played. And oh yeah, I forgot how terrible the graphics were too. Just not like it could have been better.
Yeah.
I know they were making it look like the show, but you could make it look not as bad.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Anyway.
Yeah, I think the game that I was most disappointed with probably was Metal Gear Solid. Just seeing, because everything about it was really good. It was just the ending to it. It's just, why are you having me do like missions I already did just on harder difficulty? And that was a game that I was definitely loving everything up until that end of the chapter 1 ending, and then after that it was just like immediate just downhill. It just got worse and worse and worse. So it's still a good game, but it's just heavily disappointing. So yeah. And I apologize for the neighbor's dog barking in the background. There's nothing I can do about it.
Bork, bork, bork.
Bork, bork, bork.
That's fine. Bork, bork, bork. Bork, bork, bork.
And I guess there's kind of nothing I really wanted to add, so can't really think of anything. Unless there's something that you want to add on.
No, I can't. I don't think so.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Yeah, that was another game I think I liked on PlayStation 2 was Midnight Club. I forgot about that. It was one of my favorite racing games. No, go ahead.
I don't know why we got a PS2 because we had jack shit for it. The only games, 2 Star Wars games we had, that's where I played Force Unleashed on the PS2, and Bounty Hunter, which was a Jango Fett. That means nothing to you, but it was Jango Fett video game, which was fun, except it had the life. It didn't have the. It had the life mechanic and not a checkpoint mechanic. So, yeah, there was a lot of getting really hard places and, yeah, having to start the entire mission all over again. Was I beat the game, but fuck, yeah, life mechanics in some games are just like, man, you really appreciate the checkpoint system.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to. Nah, I guess I can't really think of anything. Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of. Like games that I really needed like a checkpoint system. I think was actually games like Siphon Filter Omega Strain. There's like moments to where the missions are just like really long, and I just thank God that they put in a checkpoint system, because if they didn't, that would have been tough to try and do that without dying, which I think was actually a thing in the game. If you could complete every mission without dying, I think you get like a health bonus, I think, if I remember correctly. God, that was such a good game back then. And then, of course, they took the servers down on it, so I never got a chance to do the multiplayer for it. And it sucks that they have, like, stuff that you can unlock if you complete stuff online, but when they take down the servers, it's just nothing you can do about it. Really sucks.
Yeah.
Alright, guess that's kind of it, unless if I could think of something else real fast. That's kind of it. Just, yeah, for me, PlayStation 2 is just, I thought, had a good collaboration of games. Yeah, I kind of oversaw that Midnight Club driving mechanics. I thought were really good in it. Yeah, that one was really good. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and call this the shortest podcast we've done yet. I guess we could move on to Artist of the Week. For this week, I started thinking about I remember the last time that we picked, we kind of went with like meme bands, and I could have just asked Dark if he knew what R.E.M. was, and then I started thinking, well, instead of just asking, I could just use it for Artist of the Week. So I kind of went with R.E.M. this week because of that very reason. There's a meme band that I know of. They do this one funny song, and the joke really hits home if you know who R.E.M. is, because they do a pretty good spot on impression of R.E.M., both instrumentally and with the vocals. And they're not my top favorite, but they're okay. They got a few good songs that I like. The most notable that I like was Losing My Religion and The End of the World, I believe.
Yes, those are the two songs I was familiar with.
Yeah, those were basically my two favorites, and I kind of found some filler songs. I can't really think of anything else after that, but yeah, I thought they're pretty good. Not great by any means, but I thought they were all right. And plus, I also kind of wanted to go with R.E.M. because kind of change things up. I normally would go with something rock or metal or something like that. So to kind of go with something a little bit outside my comfort zone, I kind of thought was a good way to go about. I don't know if you were too interested in REM by any chance, or.
Well, I love "It's the End of the World" as we know it.
Yeah, it's kind of a classic.
Fine. I think I reference that all the time. If ever it's like the end of the world as you know it, and it's like, and I feel fine. I think I reference that song a lot. It's a great song. A very entertaining song. "Losing My Religion." That's a good song. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion.
Yeah, a lot of me and my friends kind of meme on, "That's me in the corner, losing my religion." Just something about the way he said it in that line, and it sounds funny to me. But yeah, "Losing My Religion" is pretty good, and also of course the classic. But anyway, and then I think I went with "Bad Day," and what was the other one I went with? "Fall on Me."
Those are all right.
Yeah, they were all right. Nothing too spectacular about them, but they were pretty good. Yeah, it's kind of all I really have to say about them. And then I believe you decided on.
I thought you were going to say it. Linkin Park was the artist.
Yeah.
Hello?
Linkin.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Well,
I thought you were going to say it, and then you didn't.
It's your pick, so I figured it felt because like I don't know much about Linkin Park. Well, then again, I don't even know much about REM either. So.
REM. Yeah, so I picked Linkin Park. I like some of their songs. Yeah, quite a few of their songs I enjoy. They're just an interesting band. Alternative rock, I believe they're classified under. Well, it's a lot of different classifications, and I guess would vary depending on the song or album. And it's like, how do you pin down any one freaking group? And it's like,
right.
It's just all over the place. But yeah, what was the there's the list. I remember I was like trying to pick ones. I'm like, because I have quite a few, and I'm like, which ones to pick? What will we pick? In the end, "Breaking the Habit," "Numb," and "What I've Done." Those are all, I'd say, solid songs. And songs that also play on the radio still. I think. Yes. There's one, I always remember it as this one song. It's, oh God, what's the name of it? It's "One Step Closer to the Edge." As the one, my freaking roommate will always say it every time the song came out. This is my favorite Linkin Park song that was taken off the radio. Because it's, "Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break." They do a lot of heavy with suicide in their songs, and that one I guess was a little too much for radio. And they're like, "Yeah, no, take that off the radio."
Yeah, that's there is actually one band I could think of to where I really want to go with them. There's a song I know from them that is really good, but I don't know if I want to pick it for Artist of the Week, just simply because it's not. The message can be bad. It's not necessarily as bad as suicide, but when you talk about shooting up a school, it's kind of
Yes.
It might as well be. It might as well be. But yeah. Linkin Park. Sadly, I never really got into them a whole lot. I kind of, me and my friends, we just never really got into Linkin Park. Sadly, the one song, I believe it was the first one on the list. I think is the one I remember most. I think it's the what is it in the end? I think it is.
Yeah, in the end, yes.
Yeah, that one's. I think that was the one that I'm most familiar with. But yeah, I just never really got into them. But then again, to be fair, a lot of them were skater friends, and they were kind of into like skater music.
So like Avril Lavigne and Skater Boy was their favorite song, right?
Kind of. Well, actually, then again, I think he was into more like rap, actually, if anything. So kind of, it was like a weird collaboration. Like Papa Roach, I think, was one. I think Limp Bizkit, Kid Rock was another. So kind of like those bands is kind of like what they were kind of all into. Eminem was, I think, was another one. So that's what they were kind of all into. Yeah, but sadly, I didn't really get into them that much. I think probably in the end was probably my favorite, but it's it's not bad, it's not good, it's kind of in between there.
I mean, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, in the end, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, they were all right. I guess.
I'll take it. Solid, all right.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else to add. I guess. Well, is there anything else that you could think of?
No. No, no, nothing else I can think of. Oh, actually, this was something I, as I lose my voice for a second there, I thought of weirdly as I was trying to sleep last night. I was like, what if I bring this up? I wonder if this would be an interesting thing. So you know how you go through changes and like you change your username?
Yeah.
I was curious of like, we could have a small discussion on that, like of changing of usernames and sort of like why you changed them and sort of the meaning behind the usernames you picked.
Okay. Well, the usernames I could think of that I used for PlayStation, I think was just kind of I think I was trying to go with bikers, and I couldn't. Well, because it's so generic, it was kind of like already taken. So I basically just kind of like flipped, I think, the I and K around, so it's like BK IRS. I think that was a name I tried to do on PlayStation. And then basically the first introduction into like doing kind of like online, I was seeing a lot of people kind of like use names that are like really out there, and basically I was there was one, I think it was the one I used for Xbox. I actually used it for GTA, and it was kind of fitting that I decided to go with that name on my Xbox Live account for PC. And the name I went with there, and I don't think I ever changed it, but I think the name I went with there was is kind of a double meaning. It depends on the way you look at it. It's dropping the Duke. Is you either kill the king or you take a shit on the field. Either way, it's kind of the way. That one was just like a joke one. And then for Steam, I forget what my original name was, but I'm sure it may have been related to bikers, I believe, because I think I tried to go with the PlayStation name I went with. And then I just basically went through multiple phases. I know I used to have been capable of looking at my previous names, but let's see. Okay. Oh, you could actually clear that. Huh. Well, apparently, the names I'm looking at right now is, basically when Lemmy passed away in 2015, I kind of started going with, like, Motorhead names. The first one I think I went with was a album that they released. I went with Bad Magic, 2015. And then later in that year, I believe Lemmy passed away, so I did like a R.I.P. Lemmy Motorhead thing. And then I also went with one of my favorite songs, We Are the Road Crew, so I had that. And then I started streaming, and then I just went with Live to Win, because that's tattooed on Lemmy's arm, and they're just my favorite band of all time, and I kind of stuck with the name ever since, and ever since then, I just stick with Motorhead, and so Live to Win is kind of like my default name now. I have no plans on changing it, but yeah, that's kind of been like my kind of type of meanings. And I kind of knew right away if I was going to do anything streaming or gaming related, Motorhead's going to be like the reason why. Music's the sound of the soul, and Motorhead's just my favorite band, and I really love their music. And if I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be like kind of vaguely in their memory, so to speak. So, well, Lemmy's memory, I guess. But yeah, that's kind of been like my kind of history of like gamer tags and stuff I went with. Nothing too fancy or anything like that, so.
Yeah. For my like usernames that I've used for like Xbox have been more or less random. I've standardized now my usernames. Since adopting the moniker Dark Fox 47. My moniker, I shall say it like that. I've sort of standardized it now because it's one I'm happy with. But there's still like, well, the ones for like Microsoft where you have to pay to change it, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not paying to change it. It's not. Yeah, I'm not paying to change it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But my first one, which I never actually used, my first username, which I never actually used on really anything, was my nickname and my nickname plus 117 for the Master Chief. But that one I never used, so it's not noteworthy at all. I think I just named my my first laptop that, and that's the extent of where it went.
All right.
Then I don't remember when I did my next one was Dark Assassin 47. Was what I did, and Dark Assassin was sort of like kind of summarizing a little bit of like my play style, like that I like to play, that I prefer, or not prefer, but I like the most playing games, like more like stealthy and stabby, and dark for like dark side, evil, kind of just the fun,
Right.
bad sides of doing stuff. 47, just HK 47 from Knights of the Old Republic, because he's awesome. And then I sort of stuck with that, and I had a variation in case it was taken. It was just added a 50 on the end, which worked because HK 50 was a predecessor of HK 47. Not in any way anywhere close to as cool or a replacement. However, totally not a furry. I'm going to get to that. So maybe not. I said that. Maybe I won't. Don't get your hopes up. 1 million channel points and you'll get a fake furry admission. Where was I? Oh, yes. So I stuck with that one for a while. And I don't know. When I went to Twitch, I can't remember exactly why I changed, but I just felt like I was okay with the dark. I was okay with the 47. But the assassin, it just I didn't like it anymore. It was 1, too long, 2, apparently no one knows how to spell assassin. There are 4 S's in assassin, not 3 S's. It's whatever.
Right.
I didn't change it because people are stupid and spell assassin with 3 S's and not 4. Because apparently they think I spelt my username wrong. Yeah, ask twice, then IN. Yes, that's exactly how to explain how to spell assassin. But it just, I don't know.
Nice one, Jinko. Nice one.
Yeah.
Points.
Points. Yeah, give them all the points. Just not anywhere close to 1 million. So yeah, when I first got into Twitch, which was from Ray from Achievement Hunter when he left and went onto Twitch, and I made an account. How old's my account actually? Well, let me type in chat, and then I can see. October 19th, 2017. Nope, that's following you since there we go. November 14th, 2015. I think a couple days before I discovered sort of Twitch and Ray again. I can't ever remember how. Somehow I stumbled across it. I just don't remember. It was just random. And so I made an account and I thought about it. I'm like, I didn't want to do Dark Assassin anymore. And I think the inspiration for Fox was from Erwin Rommel. His nickname's the Desert Fox. And I believe that's where it's from. I also say it's kind of also to do with kind of gameplay. Because if I were going to describe sort of play styles, I would say like for like playing solo, being a fox would be the best play style. But if you're playing in a team, playing a wolf would be a better one because of how how those animals are.
Right.
Foxes work better alone, and wolves work better. Actually, statistically, digressing, wolves statistically in a mating pair, or just like 2 of them, have a higher success rate than a larger group. Probably because there's less that can go wrong. Because I guess with like a shit ton of wolves, there's better chance that one of them will spook the animal.
Right.
So, anyway, wolves work most effectively in mating pairs. But yeah, so maybe both those reasons, probably more so the Desert Fox reason, is why I went with Dark Fox 47. And then that's sort of been the name that's... It's pretty short, which is nice. And I've just... I just like it. Maybe I'll change in the future. I probably won't. I probably won't care enough in the future to change it. But yeah. You're about to roast me so hard. You gave me such a great opportunity. Well, I'm glad I shut that down. I don't need you roasting me any more than you already do. When you actually show up in my streams, I know you're there. I see you lurk. Anyway.
But yeah, I never really had any, like, really kind of interesting gamer tags. They were just kind of, for the most part, I kind of, at least with me anyway, I always kind of saw them as kind of like generic, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always tried to have some semblance of, like, this is why I picked it. I feel like you get more attached to a username that way, instead of just being like, yeah, this is my username. I mean, it's what people are going to call you, so it's like, you should probably at least invest some amount of thinking into it. I mean, it's not like you're someone named Jinko17, bro. Like, what kind of a stupid-ass name is that?
Awkward silence.
Yeah, I was really hoping that you would play off of that with me, and then we would be like, we just laugh, and we'd be like, I was so hoping you would just jump on the joke, and then we'd be like, haha, but no, really. Oh, really, Jingo, you're great. You're awesome. I probably wouldn't still be streaming without you, in all honesty. Why do you hate my name? Oh, with the name Dark. Okay, well, you know what. And you hate the name Dark, and you refuse to call me Fox. I mean, what's there left? Call me 47? I'm a hitman now. I gotta shave my head, which I do need to actually get a haircut. I'm like 2 weeks overdue for a haircut. Too long. Too long? How's 47 too long? It's 2 letters. Wait, 2 numbers. 47 is way too long. Oh, shut up. Oh, I mean, why would you write it out? Why don't you just use the letters, numbers, decimal places? Use Morse code. Fuck it. Just do binary.
Oh, this is great.
Oh my god. I'm dead inside.
We're all dead inside. Oh man. Well, I was gonna bring up the fact if there was any last minute questions from chat, but no one's ever asked a question yet. But
dude,
yeah, go ahead.
It's like me. I'm like, man, a poll, but I know 2 people are gonna actually do the poll, so I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll do a poll at some point. And then it's like, yep, Jinko, you totally did translate that from binary. I checked. You don't ask questions, you answer them. Well, you just asked me how's it been, so boom. Look at that. The last message. You asked the question. Bam.
This is great. Yeah, there's nothing that I could really think of that I really need to add to anything. I kind of figured this was going to be a short podcast today, but I think the last 15 minutes just kind of made this entire thing great.
I like how you say short podcast, but literally we've slated. It's like if we can get between like an hour and 2 hours is like where we want to aim for the podcast, but we've always gone over 2 hours. It's like, man, this is gonna be a short podcast, dude. We've been doing long podcasts every single fucking time.
Yeah.
It's not a short podcast. It's what's supposed to be standard.
Well, I was about to wrap up like an hour 30 minutes in, which would have been our shortest podcast we've done so far, but then you brought up the gamer tags, and well, here we are. So
you asked the question. No, Jinko, I'm not playing Brawlhalla. I hate that game.
Oh man. But yeah, I think I said everything that I wanted to say, so I guess is there anything that you're gonna be doing on your stream, or
yeah, I'm gonna be doing something. I think I don't know. I think I'm going to stream right after the podcast. We're going to be finishing up. We're on the last legs of our. I'd say last legs, like that. No, last legs is a bad thing. We're on the last sort of push for our for the playthrough of Fall of the Republic. So we're gonna be. Forgot to add not a furry, by the way. Oh, well, if I... yeah. Whatever. God, people are still going to be like, you a furry? No! Why can't I just like animals? But yeah, I'll be doing that, and it probably won't take up the whole stream. I say that. It's probably going to take up the whole stream. But after that, depending on how I'm feeling, we might do something else. I'm not sure what that'd be. I'll ask chat, and then chat won't say anything, and then I'll just pick randomly. That's how it's gonna happen. But yeah, and then I might do in the other mod made by the same people for Empire at War, the Thrawn's Revenge. So it's a completely different time period and a lot more to it. Because it's been in development a lot longer, because Fall of the Republic's only in 0.5, version 0.5, and it just came out not a month ago. We'll probably be doing... I want to do a playthrough of XCOM 2 on stream. I think that'd be fun to actually do that. And then... Halo. I'd like to do Halo. I'd like to get a team together and do Lasso. That would be fun. Well, I'd have to pick the team very good. I need people who are okay at the game, but mostly will just have fun with it when we're dying and restarting a million times. Because Lasso stands for Legendary All Skulls On. So it's the hardest the game can be, and it is a bitch. Still trying to get dead to get on and reach and finish your legendary campaign? Dude, I'll do a legendary campaign with you. 100% do that. Just say when. I still owe you when we never did the Halo 5 campaign because my mom lost the disc. Yes, I do have it on PC. Yep. Oh, yeah. So Liv, what's going on with you?
Still going through Witcher 3. Gonna be finishing that up hopefully, but it's gonna be a long time. I think I only did one stream of the new DLC in I thought it was going to be something like that of Heart of Stone, but this is its own map. It's its own thing, and like I said, it's quite possibly going to be my favorite DLC I ever played. The map is big. There's a lot of stuff to do. Of course, I kind of got all of my Gwent out essentially. But I'm sure I'm still going to run into people that would play me in a game of Gwent, so it's probably still going to be a thing, but yeah. Witcher 3 is what I'm going to be playing, going through, and I think for my Saturday streams when I'm not doing the podcast, I've been diving back into Yakuza 0. It's fun. I'm kind of doing a little bit of a project with it, so I'm actually recording the stream. That may or may not actually come to fruition, the project that I have for it. But I'm going to see how much video I could get out of it. Obviously, if it gets too much, I have to kind of cancel it, but for now, I'm just kind of enjoying the ride, seeing what happens. The project I'm doing for it is to come. It's something I kind of have planned, but because of how much footage there's probably going to be too much for my hard drive, so I might have to rethink it. But anyway, but yeah, those are the kind of the two games I've been playing on stream recently. I don't know what game I'm going to be playing once I'm done with Witcher 3, but I'm sure I'll think of something. I got plenty of games I haven't touched yet that I want to tap into, so yeah. It's going to be Witcher 3. I'm probably going to be playing Witcher 3, I think, tomorrow around probably 10 a.m. or so. But yeah, that's kind of it for me, so I guess, any final thoughts before we end the stream here, or?
Not really. Just asking Jinko, if he'd want to do, because... Oh, Jinko, probably. So, like, right after, because I was like, I could totally just push back my stream. Oh, if you want, I might be streaming Reach instead. Instead of Fall of the Republic, Empire War, Fall of the Republic. Well, Empire War mod, Empire War Expanded, Fall of the Republic. Long proper way to say that.
Right.
Anyway, this is something I could just talk to Jinko and Discord about.
Alright, so I guess that's going to be it for us today. We do appreciate everybody stopping by. So go watch Dark over on his channel. I believe I posted his link earlier, so you can easily just click on that. You can easily just go over, click on that, head over. And yeah, so that's going to be it for us, and we'll see you guys hopefully on... Let me double check here. Ooh, first month of... What's... The 7th. It's going to be the 7th is going to be the next podcast on Saturday, hopefully. Dark's going to be hosting it, so it'll be awesome.
Yeah, maybe. We don't know.
So we'll see you guys in March. So it'll be great. Alright. Bye, everyone.
Good.